Welcome back. This is SERA Round 6. This one's called the Bayou Sara Sprint Enduro, and it's organized by the Southern Enduro Riders Association and the Louisiana Trail Riders Club. This is my first time here, but I've always heard great things about this race, so I'm looking forward to it.
7A!
I'm on row 7 today with a 9 a.m. key time, so I'm headed out for my first loop at 9:07 a.m. It's a good thing these races get started early because it's going to be a hot day with temps in the mid-90s with very high humidity. This is a sprint enduro format. If you're not familiar, sprint enduros are a race against the clock. Riders are organized in rows of 4 and sent out one at a time, 15 seconds apart. In today's race, we'll only have one test and it's about 8 miles long. A and B classes will do 4 loops, C classes will do 3 loops. I'm racing in the C40 Plus class today. They say it's not the heat, it's the humidity, and that's definitely true because it's sticky hot. With all this dirt bike gear on, it feels like 95 already at 9 a.m. A lot of rain came through this area on Friday, just a couple of days prior to the race, so the trails are pretty slick actually as we're getting started. But based on what I've heard, the trails were really dry and dusty before that rain, so we're lucky we got some rain. The course is pretty technical with a lot of tight woods. I'm trying to get warmed up at this point. I just hadn't quite figured out how much traction is there yet. There's kind of a tricky downhill coming right here.
Hey, Carolyn!
That's Carolyn from the Dirt Bike Mama YouTube channel. You should check out that channel if you get a chance. She does a great job of editing the footage she gets from these races. So far I'm really liking this. This is my kind of trail. It's got constant turns with hills and off camber. I usually do pretty well among my peers in this type of riding. I did feel like I was struggling to find a good flow in this first loop. Some areas had really good traction, but other areas were super slippery, so it was kind of hard to gauge at times. This hill climb was extremely slippery clay. While we're watching some of the more technical sections of the course, I need to ask for your help. Do you or a family member ever shop on Amazon? If so, consider using my Amazon link in the video description. It doesn't cost you any extra, but when you use my link to buy anything on Amazon, I get a couple of nickels from Jeff Bezos. I don't make much money on this channel, but the money I make goes right back into the channel for supplies and equipment to produce videos. If you already use Amazon, then it's a great way to support the channel and it's a win-win scenario. I'll put the link in the video description and in a pinned comment. Thanks for considering that option when you shop on Amazon. That's Matthew Brotherton. He finished 3rd in the A-Light class and 11th overall. A-Light class. He finished first in his class and 6th overall. Anytime one of these fast guys passes me, I try to stay with him and keep him in sight as long as possible. It pushes me out of my comfort zone a little bit. This is the longest I've ever kept Micah in sight. He must have been taking a rest in this section. At the end of the first loop, I'm in first place in my class with a time of 29 minutes 57 seconds, but I'm only 11 seconds ahead of Tony. There were only 3 in my class. This was another low attendance race with only about 70 in attendance. I think several things contributed to that. The 24-hour race at Perry Mountain was just a week before this race, the 95-degree heat, the price of gas, and the travel distance for many of the Central Alabama guys who typically attend SERA races, and in mid-June it's also competing with summer vacations. For those that missed it, you missed a really good one. So I'll get a few minutes break in front of the fan, then it'll be time to head out for loop 2.
It's tight. Really tight.
So I can already tell in this turn the dirt's gotten a lot tackier, so this ought to be a better loop. They call this area the beach, and I struggled quite a bit in this section. Sand is not one of my strengths, but thanks to David Vines and Brad Watley for giving me some tips during the breaks to help me out here on this section of the trail. The dirt was much better in the second loop, and I completed in 29 minutes 3 seconds. Almost a full minute better than my first loop, but Tony did it in 28 minutes 39 seconds, which puts him 13 seconds ahead. I'm going to have to put in a fast lap on loop 3. That's Aaron Womble. He's in the B30 plus class. He finished first in B30 and 23rd overall. I had fun chasing him for a couple of minutes here. Thanks to Carolyn Reed for this video clip at the end of Loop 3. I had my fastest time of the day on Loop 3, almost 2 minutes faster than my first loop with a time of 28 minutes 16 seconds. I was able to make up enough time to get back into first place in my class with a cumulative time of 1 hour 27 minutes 17 seconds. So we just finished the third test. I'm leading my class C40. Chad's leading his class B40. Is it B40? Yep. What class you leading, Dylan?
A open.
Dylan Dobbs leading A open. And Mason's fourth in A light. He has to go out in the sun because he's fourth. He has to get to first to get in the shade.
Winners only. What?
Winners only in the shade.
Yeah, you have to sit in the sun.
For purposes of the C40 Plus class, that's the end of the race, but I decided to go ahead and do the fourth loop with the A and B guys so I could see where I would end up in the overall. Fatigue was starting to affect me during that fourth loop, but I was able to put in my second fastest loop of the day with a time of 28 minutes 59 seconds, with a total cumulative time of 1 hour 56 minutes 16 seconds. I finished 37th in the overall among all classes, and that's the best finish I've ever had in a race when looking at the overall scoring, so I'm glad I went ahead and did that fourth loop. I moved up to first in the C40 Plus point standings. Matt and I have been battling it out, but he wasn't able to make this one, so I'm currently 10 points ahead. Stay tuned for round 7 coming up on June 26th. That's the Pole Pin Sprint Enduro. And that's going to be the midpoint of the season. That's going to be a good event, and I'm looking forward to it. As always, if you enjoy these race recap videos, please let me and YouTube know that by hitting the like button. That really helps me out. Thanks for watching. This is Lily.
Hey!
She's going to have a dirt bike at the next race.
I could not do that.
It's June 12th, 2022. This is unedited video from SERA round 6 at